Render the soul. The year is 2140. Souls are no longer nebulous. They are data. Encrypted, stored, and rendered as beautiful sequential stories, digital comics, or manhwa. This is the Soul Archive. I am Kai, a soul render technician. My job is simple: maintenance. I fix the little glitches, the broken panels, the skipped arcs that threaten a person's eternal narrative. Most days, the work is routine, just dusty syntax and missing dialogue bubbles. Until today. Today, the archive's critical alert klaxon chimed, a sound rarely heard. System warning, File 701, critical corruption level, self-deletion protocol initiated. The files never tried to delete themselves. Not on my watch. I called up the file's data stream. It wasn't just corrupted. It was actively fighting my attempts to stabilize it. It was a storm of static and broken images. Ilara, I've got a live deletion attempt here. Level Omega. My supervisor's voice crackled over the comms. Kai, pull it immediately. It's too unstable to leave in the main stack. I isolated File 701 onto a cleanroom server. When the protective shell dropped, the raw data flooded my terminal. It was a manhwa, all right, but every panel was screaming. I started the tedious process of stabilization, anchoring the narrative threads, mending the fractured sequence. The story it told was raw, painful, and full of bitterness. And then I saw it. A defining motif hidden beneath the static, a specific scar on a character's hand, drawn with a furious precision I knew intimately. I froze. That scar, it was mine. A memory I had consciously scrubbed from my own active soul stream years ago. File 701 wasn't just a corrupted soul. It was my corrupted past. The past Kai. He was the version of me filled with rage and self-doubt. The story I'd buried because it hurt too much to remember the vulnerability. The digital avatar of past Kai, rendered in black and white data, finally stabilized enough to speak. His voice was a static rasp. Delete me. Stop trying to mend what's broken. I argued with him. If I delete you, that gap becomes permanent. A hole in my history. You are still a piece of my soul. It is better to have a clean, smooth narrative than a painful, jagged one, past Kai insisted. The current you is efficient. I am just weakness. I felt the familiar urge to suppress the pain, to delete the data and move on. It was easier to be the efficient technician than the broken boy. I messaged Ilara, omitting the identity of the file. What happens when a soul render merges with deeply traumatic, deleted memory fragments? She replied instantly, "It's dangerous, Kai. You risk destabilizing your primary stream. But a complete soul, even a messy one, is always stronger than a censored one." I looked back at the past Kai avatar, now fading, resigned to deletion. He was waiting for my command. I reached out and touched the projection. "No more running," I whispered. I typed the complex command, render and merge. A blinding light enveloped the server room, followed by perfect silence. When Kai opened his eyes, the past was no longer painful, just part of the story. The soul was rendered whole.